Hey guys, welcome to another Six Sages Gaming unboxing video. Today we have for you the Mystical Hunters Trial Deck by the new Bushiroad game Dragoborne Rise to Supremacy. Hopefully you've seen our other video already for Alpha Dominance. If you haven't, just to shortly recap, if you want a how to play video, we do have it on the channel. We will be doing a trial deck giveaway, and we have more videos coming for this game. What I really want to do is kind of just go through these quickly, let you see what cards are in the set, go through it, talk about it, and then have this video up before we do the trial deck battles. I will say that it is absolutely the reason that Mike Elliott is doing this game is the #1 reason to be excited. So again, we will just be quickly going through this. Now maybe you've already seen a couple other trial deck unboxing videos. Maybe you just want to see the dual series we're going to do, but we will get to that shortly. So as always, comes with 3 dice that basically lets you know the 3 colors that you're going to be playing in the deck. And starting off, we have Remus. So again, showing off that beautiful, beautiful foiling that they decide to do. And again, love that every card is just absolutely full art. And again, I want to also do a part of a review, since we have played a few games with it already, in terms of, are these cards going to see play? Is there other maybe trial deck exclusives that we need? And I have to say, Remus is an absolute house. It is basically going to draw you a card when you want it to draw you a card. It's going to replenish a barrier when you want it to replenish a barrier. This card is insane and will absolutely find room in a green-white based deck. So if you haven't, I definitely recommend picking up 2 of those if you haven't already. Another surprisingly good card when you get it to work the way you do want to is Axion Herald of Armies. Being able to put a 3rd blocker on a fort has been extremely relevant. Now again, it does take a little bit more of a board to set up, so maybe it's only ever going to be a 2 of, unless you're having a very dedicated deck. But it has, again, a very, very strong effect that at first I was a little underwhelmed by it, but I can see where it's going to be a key card in many decks. Now, a card I've been both disappointed with on paper and disappointed with on testing is the Elegant Fencer. And maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe we need more of the Blessing card, which we'll talk about in a bit. Maybe we just need more ways to pump it. But it was it's too many times we had to attack in a unoptimal order where we drew a card, but we didn't put in a point of damage, for example. So it set up this board state where it was just too hard to get the effect to work the way we wanted it to. I'm sure it'll see play in some deck, but it's certainly not out of the trial decks. A card that's in the trial deck, really just because it has Ambush, and it is a surprise blocker, which is great, is this wonderful Golem. But again, this is one of those cards that weren't impressed with it on paper, definitely not that great in testing either, but again, it is a trial deck, so you have to keep that in mind. One of the cards from the trial decks, Logre's Swiftblade. 3/1 can't be blocked by creatures with 1 attack or less. Which matched up in the demo decks pretty well. And it's nice that it's a 2-drop 3 damage. That is kind of a sweet spot we found with the aggro decks. But it didn't come up too much that the unblockable was relevant, so keep an eye on that card. Moving on to Sunscale card here. 2-drop 2/2, but when it's played you get to tap something of cost 5 or greater. Could be very, very nice as a sideboard card, so again, keep that in mind that there is sideboarding in this game, a 10-card sideboard. I think this might find place in a green, yellow, blue, or a Bant or light water nature tempo deck, but outside of that, the stats are a bit underwhelming and didn't find a good place for it. With only 2 in the deck, we didn't really see this card as much as we'd like. It's really just a defender that's trying to dole out the game for you and let you curve up to Remus. It doesn't have the potential to draw a card, so it can be threatening, and it can set up some defenses pretty nicely, but you have to lose a potential Drago Shield to draw a card, which can be nice, but then your opponent is just not attacking anyways. So, interesting card. If we see control decks, be a thing, and maybe they really just need this early on, it'll probably be good, but matches up quite poorly in the trial decks. Moving on to another one of the trial deck exclusive foils, we have Kingslayer B. Another ambush card that is nice because it can tap something down and save you a point of damage when you want to, and then it's also a 3/2 on attacking. So again, we've really found that 3 attack is where you want most of your creatures to be from both an attack and defending standpoint, unless they have some kind of other effect. So will this card see play? I'm not sold on it. There's a lot of really good ambush cards in the first set once we get the the first booster box, that is. So it's going to be interesting, but I would keep my eye on this card. More vanillas. We don't really need to talk much about these. Saw this in the other video. Just a 5/4 for 4, which is okay. Little mantis-looking fellow. 2-drop, 2/3. And again, the artwork is just insane. But again, once we have the full decks, obviously you're not going to be playing any vanillas in the decks anyways. And a very interesting card. It's a 1-drop, 1/1, but when it attacks, all ambushes have no effect for this battle. So it has to be him. So it's good for being able to set up your attacks in a specific order that makes it where your opponent can't use that on your last attack to be a blowout or what have you. But if they see this coming, they can just activate the ambush, the battle prior. So it's a little interesting how this card will see play. I think it definitely has some insane potential to turn off ambush effects, but there's a bunch of cards that just outright destroy or do it better. And with being a 1/1, it's not that impressive stat-wise. So we'll see where that card ends up. Now, an uncommon that I am very excited for, and I like the promo version better, is the Keeper. So basically, she gets to block something and tap something else down, so she gets rid of 2 attackers, and she's a 2/5, so chances are she's not dying anytime soon. They just have to swing with like their 6 or 7 drops first, so you don't lose a card in the process. But again, just a nice card to keep on defense. Control decks will absolutely want to play some copies of that card. Then we have the Ripper. I would say Jack the Ripper, but Jacqueline the Ripper, I guess. Again, really nice stats that it's a 4/3 in water. It's nice to see a card game where water isn't just completely underpowered for being water. But ultimately, again, vanillas just aren't going to see play in this game. 1-drop, 1/2, which again, the amount of detail, I'm going to just zoom in on this card. The amount of detail that they have on some of these is absolutely insane. I'm really sad that card is just a common and vanilla. Then we have Hidden Arts, which is going to be an absurd card if someone can find the right control deck for it. Basically, Assassin is very difficult to gain in this game, so it's not too often that you can attack your opponent's creatures directly. But against aggro decks, and especially if you have something like Remus, where you can clear the board with the rest of your guys and attack him into a fort, and then gain the barrier back, this card has some quite silly potential. So keep this on your radar. Maybe it's just a sideboard card. I really do think it is main deckable, but and again, I do love the artwork that they have, so I think this card is going to absolutely see play. Speaking of tricky ambushes, we have EMP, which is one of my more enjoyable or more favorite ones in the set. When this fort is attacked, if this card's in ambush, you may choose a fort and tap all creatures at that fort. So basically, your opponent attacks, you choose one of the other forts, tap those 2 guys down. Not only can those creatures no longer attack for the turn, that means they also cannot defend, and I cannot stress how important that is. So this card is really just a late game 2-cost complete blowout. In our other video, we talked about why All Guns Blazing is probably one of the best cards in the trial decks, and very much in the same way, this does get that quality as well. The downside is because it's in your ambush, your opponent can just choose to not attack it, or there are green creatures that just straight up destroy ambushes, so there are ways to get around it. That said, it is still an absolutely insane effect. Then we have Dismantle, and again with the foil, I'll let that get in focus really quick. Which again, absolutely beautiful cards. So if you play it for the normal cost, you get to choose a creature, tap, and draw a card. If you break this, if you take a point of damage and it's in your barriers, you just get to put the card in the discard pile and draw 2 instead. So again, just a nice way to get some cards back from your hand where you might otherwise be tapped out. And then the last card in the set, or in the trial deck, excuse me, Hidden Arts Reverse Thunder Strike. Yeah, this card's pretty good. It definitely got me a couple games just having that surprise untap or stand, as it's called in this game, effect. Can certainly hurt. And it also, you get to draw a card, which is always nice when it replaces itself. So good card is good. Again, there's a lot of valuable ambush cards, so it's hard to tell exactly how many of what quantities are going to see play, but that is certainly a playable one. It's just how many copies are going in a deck. And then lastly, as always, just the 3 banners that you get, so we'll just quickly go through those. And then every deck gets a one of promo card. So, again, hope you guys enjoyed that quick unboxing. Make sure you check out our trial deck giveaway that we will be doing very, very shortly. The link will be posted in the description shortly after I edit this and all that. I'll have the links go live. And if you want to learn more about the game, check out the North America Dragoborne group. That is where all the discussion is going down. I've posted all the events for all the amazing organized play that's coming out. They have shop qualifiers. They have regional events. They even have a nationals planned for, I believe it's in LA, so it's somewhere in California, that's coming at the end of the year. And it is just insane the amount of support that they are giving this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that very quick unboxing and review of the cards. Again, make sure to drop us a like if you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comments what you enjoyed most about it. What's maybe your favorite trial deck once you have the chance to view all these. And of course, thank you so much for watching, guys. We always enjoy doing this and bringing you new and exciting trading card games that are coming out. So again, thank you so much for your continued support. Until then, we'll catch you on the next 6 Sages Gaming unboxing video. Have a good one. This video made possible by the patron support of viewers such as yourself. Thank you to our honorary sages.